Hi, so in today's video I'm going to show you how I do my everyday makeup. It literally takes me at most 15 to 20 minutes to do, and it's very helpful when I'm running late and have to run out the door. So a lot of the products that I use every day, like I mentioned before, are cruelty-free, non-toxic, and more on the natural side. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. So let's get started. So to begin with, I always start with my sunscreen. This is the Supergoop Smooth and Poreless 100% Mineral Matte Screen. It's matte, it acts as a primer for me, and it helps me cover my pores. So let's start with that. Also, I put on most of my makeup with my fingers. Don't worry, I wash my hands, so there's no bacteria or anything on my hands. But yeah, I just find it that it applies so much better for me, and it gives me more of a natural look. And it's just faster that way. Instead of me having to worry about finding brushes or if my sponge is clean, I just save time. Mainly because I'm lazy too, I'm not gonna lie. But just putting it on with my hands. So I just use about that much for like my whole face. Also, I don't have a mirror in front of me, so I'm gonna try to do the best I can without looking at one. I'll probably just use a little screen on the camera to make sure that I'm blending everything correctly. So yeah, I mean, you should all be applying sunscreen even when it's cloudy, because the sun can still go through the clouds and cause some damage. I've been using sunscreen for about 3 years now, I think. I remember I always wanted a tan, so I just wouldn't even care to wear sunscreen, but the older I'm getting, I'm just like, I want to prevent as much premature aging as I can. I'm also very fair skinned and I burn easily, and that's not good for your skin health later down the road. So once that is blended in, and I also don't even use moisturizer because I find that a lot of the things that I use are very moisturizing too, so I don't need to go ahead and do moisturizer beforehand. And then moving on, I go in with my concealer. I used to, sometimes I put this on after I put on my base or before. Just really depends on whatever I grab first. So I use the Glossier Stretch Concealer. I got this for Christmas and it still has quite a bit of product. And I just put this under my eyes. I already did my eyelashes before I started the video because they take me the longest, because I have really pin straight eyelashes, and so I have to like curl them and then put mascara and then curl them again once they're dry. So I find that is the most time consuming part for me, so I just went ahead and did that before. And I don't even do my eyebrows, I just leave them. They're pretty thick to begin with. They don't really even have any shape to it, but I also put some here. I just let them be. I've messed them up before bad when I was trying to shape them myself, when I was like 14. And I look back and I'm like, girl, those were hideous. So I just don't even mess with them. I just only pluck like right here or any of like outsider hairs, but other than that, I just do that and they're good. Next, I'm going to use my base. So for today, I'm using the Glossier Skin Tint, and for most days, this is what I use. I alternate between this one and the Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint. It just really depends on how I'm feeling that day and how much coverage I want. This one offers a little bit less coverage than the Ilia one, so it tends to be my go-to for most days. This one, I just shake it up a bit. Squeeze them on my finger, just about like that much. And then I just put it on like a moisturizer. As you can see, it doesn't even give that much coverage, but I'm okay with that because I'm not into super full coverage or a lot of makeup. I'm literally so like lazy to even care about adding any more makeup. I'm just like, whatever. My blemishes show through and my freckles, I don't even care. I used to care a lot, especially about hiding my freckles because I thought it made my face look dirty. And I wore like full coverage makeup every single day just so I could make sure that they were covered. And now I'm at the point where I'm like, I don't care. I used to care so much about pretty much everything. Like, what are people gonna say? How's my skin looking good? And now I'm like, whatever. There's more important things in life to worry about than your skin having a pimple showing through or a freckle showing through. Okay. And then after that, I move on to either bronzer or blush. I was using both, but right now I'm just using a blush, and this one's by Ilia. It's a blush stick in the color Ladybird. I think it's like so easy to put on, and it's like the perfect shade for summer. It's just like in a little stick, and I just smile, put on the apples of my cheeks, sometimes over my nose to give me that like sun-kissed look. For this is the only part that I do use a brush for. I use this e.l.f. little stipple brush that I found at Target, and I just blend that. It gives me a cute shade of pink. And I just go like that just to make sure that it's in the skin and that it looks more like skin and not makeup, because that's what I'm all about, looking more like skin than makeup. I like that look more. And then I usually don't set my makeup, but I just discovered this Supergoop setting powder. It's 100% mineral sunscreen, and I am in love with this thing. It is sunscreen in a translucent powder form, and I just go over areas that I usually tend to get oily, but throughout the day I just go all over just to give myself more sun protection. Just take this with me everywhere I go, just reapply it. That way I'm getting constant sun protection and SPF, and it doesn't even alter any color of blush or anything that I put on my face or my makeup. It just makes it pretty and like a little bit more mattified. It does not interfere with the makeup, which I like. And then sometimes, this is not something I do every day, but if I want a little bit of highlight, I do go ahead and use the Ilia Liquid Light Serum Highlighter. I think this is in the shade Nova, which I think it's their lightest shade. And this is pretty small, but a little goes a long way. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna last me like forever. And with this, I just, not even a full drop in this, I just put in the highest points. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see it just because it's pretty bright in here. I just do that. It's like a natural looking glow. And I do the same on the other side. Pretty easy. Probably can't see it, but it's just very natural dewy glow. And then after that, I go in with my lip color. I always use a lip color no matter what, because I feel like I look washed out if I don't have any color on my lips. And I've been really liking this Ilia Balmy Gloss Tinted Lip Oil in the shade, I think it's Tahiti. I used to hate lip glosses, but then I came across this, and it is seriously so good. It's not sticky whatsoever, and it goes on very easily. It gives you a very pretty shade. Like, not looking at the camera, looking at the screen. So I can put this on correctly. There. It's a pretty shade of pink. Not sticky whatsoever, and I am all here for that. And then I think I might add a little bit more blush just to, oh, I think I added too much. Give myself That's Sun. Kisluk. And if it looks a little bit more like pinkish, you just blend it in, or even go on top with a powder. So yeah, that's my everyday makeup. Literally so fast. I think this what took me 10 minutes to do, and I was talking. So I guess I was wrong. It takes me less than 15 minutes to do. And it's super easy. A lot of these I just applied with my hands, and they're very forgiving as well. As you can see with the blush, I added a little bit too much towards the end, but it was easily blendable. So yeah, if you have any other makeup recommendations or anything you are loving and would recommend, leave them down in the comments below, and I'll go through them and see if there's anything I want to try. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And then don't forget, we can also be friends on Instagram, and I'll see you in the next video.